There is a passage of words that I've read in the book, The Way of the Superior Man. And it's chapter 3, Live as if your father were dead. And this small passage here is, a man must love his father and yet be free of his father's expectations and criticisms in order to be a free man. So let's just say, for example, you want to do some adventuring perhaps, and you tell your dad about it or something, to make him more proud of you or something or whatever. And he says, "Oh, why are you doing that? Isn't that a bit gay or something?" It could be small stuff like that, and you feel less motivated and feel turned down to do it. When really we should, I can't say ignore, but ignore his comments and just do it. Yes, you'll feel like you haven't impressed your dad, but you have to let go of that. Because yes, I think throughout your life, I think until you retire him, he'll be really impressed that you have, and now he's free now from his job, and then now you can he has that less pressure now to get money for the family and all. I'll just read this whole chapter because it's pretty small. Imagine that your father has died, or remember when he did die. Are there any feelings of relief associated with his death? Now that he is dead, is any part of you happy that you need not live up to his expectations or suffer his criticisms? How would you have lived your life differently if you had never tried to please your father? If you never tried to show your father that you were worthy? If you never felt burdened by your father's critical eye? For the next 3 days, do at least one activity a day that you have avoided or suppressed because of the influence of your father. In this way, practice being free of his subtle expectations, which may now reside within your own self-judgment. Practice being free in this way once each day for 3 days, even if you still feel fearful, limited, unworthy, or burdened by your father's expectations. Really small chapter. A lot of his chapters are small here and there, but really dive into that. Practice being free of his expectations. Because when we are free, we are ourselves. We get to do whatever we want, really. Do something that you did as a child, like play Legos. Buy a Lego from the store, and now they're bloody expensive. I've bought 3 sets, and one of them was $60, down from $90, and you look at it and you're like, that's not a $90 set. It's super overpriced, but obviously if you have the money for it, go get it. But now I'm also feeling of selling it now, because you build it. What else now? You want play with it and shit, but it's not fun now because you're not a kid. So I'll probably get rid of those, or reading books that you liked as a kid, like I do. I'm looking down there. I am a big fan of the Goosebumps books by R.L. Stine, and I would love to dive back into those books. So it was super enjoyable. Yes, they're for kids, and I think late years of primary school, but it's still awesome books to read. And I know in my childhood I was a big video gamer, so probably avoid the video games, so avoid that. I didn't do a lot as a kid, to be honest. Like, it was, Legos, video games. It was really it. Yes, I'd say I hardly hanged out with school friends and shit because I was addicted to the video games. So, that's shit. But do whatever you did as a kid that you felt was great to you. Or like, playing a sport that you want to play. There's nothing that's, when you were a kid. So let's just say you want to play, let's just say you played soccer or football this year. And you were great with it and all. Now you're like, okay, I want to go move into tennis. Now, your first thought in your head would be, oh, my dad would think that would be gay. He'd say, oh, why would you switch? It's such a gay sport, and so on. So you gotta say, Dad, I'm playing tennis. You're not gonna stop me. He'll be like, your choice in that. But also in the back of his head, like, yes, he'll think it's gay, but also he stood up to me. Proud for him for doing that. So, live as if your father would have. Make sure to do stuff that can free you. Free yourself. See ya.